460 on the calendar in the matter of Thompson versus Webb. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Ms. Thompson, Mr. Webb used to be your boyfriend. And
Correct.
He also is the father of a child that you have, a boy.
Correct.
According to your complaint, while you were living together, Mr. Webb filed false domestic violence charges against you, causing you to be taken into custody. While you were in custody, it is your claim that he took property that belonged to you from the house, which was your house.
Correct.
And in addition, he committed himself to paying for 1/2 of your son's daycare.
Correct.
Which he has not done.
Correct.
Mr. Webb says that he rightfully filed an application for a protective order because you attacked him, that he took nothing from the apartment that was not his, and in addition, he says that you made the home environment unsafe, causing him to move, and he wants moving expenses, right?
Correct.
All right, Ms. Thompson, how old is your child?
He's 3 years old.
And when did you and Mr. Webb move into this house together?
About a year and a half ago.
Was it your house?
Yes, it is.
Is it a house, an apartment, a rental? What is it?
It's a rental.
How long have you lived there?
It's been 2 years in November.
So he moved in with you?
Mm-hmm.
After the baby was born?
Yes.
And your name is the only name on the lease?
Correct.
Tell me about the allegations of domestic violence. When did he file those charges?
On November 3rd.
Of 2004?
Correct.
Tell me about the incident that sparked that.
Okay. On November 3rd, I had just came back from school, and I was laying down in the bed, and he came home because we had been arguing a couple of days before the 3rd, and I had told him before the 3rd that, you know, we're not getting along, we need to go our separate ways and make some type of arrangements with our son, Derek. Well, on November 3rd, while I was laying down and he came home, he was like, do you still want us to go our separate ways? And I said, yeah. He goes, well, you're going to be out the house before I am. And I said, no, what are you talking about? He's like, you're going to be out the house before I am. I said, oh, you must have went down and filed a restraining order against me. He didn't say anything.
What would make you think that?
Because we had been arguing since the end of October.
Well, arguing and restraining
Arguing and fighting.
What do you mean fighting? You mean physically fighting?
Physically fighting.
Okay, that's different. Arguing and physically fighting are two different things.
Correct.
Where I grew up, right?
Right.
Where you grew up too?
Right.
You're arguing, you have an argument. You say, no, that's the wrong thing to do. That's an argument. Fighting is using your hands, weapons.
Correct.
Something else. So you were physically fighting.
Correct.
Who was fighting with whom?
He was fighting with me.
Is that right?
Nope.
Okay, so...
Okay, so what? Well, I'm asking you a question. Did you put your hands on him?
No, I've never put my hands on him.
Well, when you say physically fighting, explain the physical part of the fighting that was taking place.
Well, in the bathroom, there was an incident in the bathroom where he took my car keys, wouldn't allow me to take our son to the daycare. He had came home early that morning, wanting to take our son to the daycare. At first, I said fine, but then he started disrespecting me in front of my son, so I said, no, you're not taking our son to the daycare. So then he took my car keys and went upstairs. While he was going upstairs, he went inside the bathroom. I went to try to get my car keys from him, and he put his arm up against my neck, wouldn't allow me to...
How did you try to get your car keys from him?
Try to snatch them out of his hands.
So you were grabbing and touching him to try to get your keys?
Correct.
And he wouldn't give them to you?
Right.
So who put their hands on who first?
He put his hands on...
No. You put your hands on him first.
Well, I grabbed the keys, I mean...
How do you grab the keys from somebody? I don't understand that. The keys are in his hand.
Right.
And what do?
I went forward, reached for the keys. He jerked back, and I said, give me my keys. Went for the keys again. He jerked back, and he's like, you're not taking Derek nowhere. And I said, yes, I am, too. I'm taking him to the daycare, and I'm going to work. And then that's when he pushed me up against the bathroom door.
What happened on November 3rd, Mr. Webb?
On November or before November? Well,
when you filed a restraining order, when was that?
November 3rd.
Can I see what you said in the restraining order, please? Okay, this is what you say. You say on November 2nd, which was the date of the abuse, sir, according to you, she did something to you at your house. I want you to tell me what it is that she did.
Okay, the reason why we were fighting is because I found her prescription for Valtrex.
Your Honor, that is not even relevant.
I found her prescription.
That is not why we were fighting.
Listen to me, don't interrupt him. You explain to me your version of why you were fighting.
Okay, that's fine.
He didn't interrupt.
I'm sorry.
You filed this case and you said he made false allegations against you and you want to be compensated for that.
Correct.
So I have to make a determination. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Go.
Okay, I found a prescription bottle for Valtrex, and I didn't know what it was. I looked it up on the internet and found out that Valtrex is for herpes. So I found out, I assumed that from the prescription of what it was for, that she had herpes. And
Which she gave to me.
And this I didn't know nothing about.
Okay.
Okay.
So I confronted her with it, and that would cause the arguments and the fights.
Ms. Thompson, I don't know whether I would have added this to my complaint, these allegations, because this
He's
is
lying.
Of
but-
well,
course
this is his version of what
Right.
you were fighting about.
Right,
Well, I
that's
have
not
proof.
what we were fighting about.
I have proof.
No, it's not. That's not what we were fighting about. We were fighting because of domestic violence abuse. That's what we were fighting about.
Well, that starts off with something, you know.
That's because he was out going around sleeping around. It wasn't me sleeping around. It was him that was sleeping
well,
around.
that's possible, you see. That's possible, but domestic violence starts from an argument over something.
Correct.
So I would not have broached this issue and put it in a complaint if I were in your position, because there were certain things that are embarrassing, and quite rightfully you don't want them aired. But you brought this case.
That's right.
All right, totally up to you. If you want to withdraw that part of your complaint and just proceed with the stuff that you say he took, I'll be more than happy to drop this part of your complaint and we can move forward. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
No, I don't want to drop that.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Let me tell you something, sir. You knew the drill.
Yes, that's
right. I got it, sir.
But
I
look.
got the whole thing.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kalita Thompson says the father of her child, Demetrius Webb, made false complaints to the police in order to get a temporary restraining order. Demetrius claims he was in fear for his life.
Okay, now I know what you were arguing about, sir.
Yes.
I just want you to tell me what you alleged she did to you on November 2nd, that you swore to the judge she did on November 2nd, which allowed the judge to issue a temporary restraining order.
Okay, well, she threatened to wreck my car.
That's not true.
I don't want... Go ahead.
She threatened to wreck my car, and while I was holding my son, she threw things at me. She threw glasses, a can of beer.
Listen to me, sir. You got to be very, very careful what you tell me. Because according to what I read, that didn't happen on the 2nd of November. That, according
that
to
was
you,
on
happened in October.
No, that was one incident. There were several.
I asked you what happened on November 2nd.
The 2nd of November, she also threw things at me, and she attempted to snatch my son out of my arms.
You say she punched me in the face. You
Yes,
forgot that?
and I'm getting to that.
Well, get there, sir.
She punched me in the face while I was holding my son.
And she scratched you?
Yes.
According to you. All right. Did you have a trial on this protective order?
No, we didn't have a trial.
What happened with it?
He motioned for it to be dismissed.
Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Why?
Because I was out of the home and I was no longer in danger. So there was no need to continue to restrain an order because I wanted her to see her son.
Let me ask you this question, Mr. Webb. According to what I read here, and by the way, there's nothing contained in this police write-up about you being punched in the face or scratched. But according to what I read, you went and filed the restraining order the day before she was arrested, correct?
Yes.
So that when you went home on November 3rd, you knew that you had already filed for a restraining order.
Yes.
So the day before, you went in to file for a protective order saying, I'm in imminent danger. That's what you said.
Yes.
And what I don't understand, Mr. Webb, is then you went home. You see, if I went to file for a protective order and I was in imminent danger from somebody, I wouldn't go home to where I knew they were living. Why did you go home on the 3rd?
Okay, because they told me they were going to serve her at work, and she came home early that day. I went home. I was going to get some belongings and leave before she got home. She was home unusually early that day.
And when did you discover she was at home?
When I got there.
Was her car there?
Yes.
Well, if her car was outside, sir, then you knew she was home.
Yes.
Then what did you go inside for?
I went inside to get some belongings.
Well, Mr. Webb, what I'm saying to you, sir, is if I were afraid for my life and my safety, I would say, I'm going to wait until they serve this lady. I'm not going to go inside. She came home early. Maybe she got a headache. I'm not going to go inside to where she's at now because I'm afraid. If I were really afraid. If it wasn't a ploy to get a little one-upmanship. Now, let me understand something. After she was arrested, how long did you stay in jail?
Not in jail. I was restrained from my house for 7 days.
So you were out of the house for 7 days.
Correct.
Where was your son?
I had my 2 oldest sons with me, and the youngest one was with him because he said that I would put my youngest son in danger or had some anger management problem.
Okay. And then you went into court, sir, and you withdrew the protective order after 7 days. Is that right?
Yes.
You mean in 7 days you got back together, you discussed things nicely with each other?
No, because the danger was in the home. I wasn't in the home anymore. I was moved out.
So this protective order that you filed, sir, the purpose of it was to allow you to peaceably move out of your home. Is that what you're telling me?
No, the purpose of it was allow me to move out of my home without being attacked.
No, the purpose
Just a second. I said to move out of your home peacefully.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Well, then you were abusing the system, sir.
No, I wasn't.
No, because that's not what you wrote here. It's not what you told the judge. If you had said in your moving papers, listen, we've been fighting. I just want to be able to get my things and move out of the house without any problem, judge would have said, fine. I will give you an order that says that you, in the company of a police officer, may go home, remove your personal property, and leave. That's not what you said here. You said you were in danger, your son was in danger.
In the time when I got the restraining order, I wasn't even planning on moving.
Let me tell you something, sir. When you get a restraining order, common sense dictates that if you are in fear for your safety and well-being, you don't file for a protective order on November 2nd, go home on November 2nd, go home on November 3rd, and then 7 days later withdraw the application once you've moved out. I know exactly what you did.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kalita Thompson says the father of her child, Demetrius Webb, owes for making false complaints to the police. Kalita claims he did so in order to obtain a restraining order.
Now, has anybody ever filed for a protective order against you?
Yes.
And who was that?
My ex-wife.
In what year?
In 1990, like 99.
And what happened with that protective order? Was she granted an order of protection or was it dismissed?
Dismissed.
During the time that the protective order was in place, did you have to stay away from your ex-wife?
Yes.
Did you have children together?
No.
Did you have property in the house?
Yes.
Were you allowed to get the property right away or after the protective order was vacated?
After it was served.
After it was served. So you knew the drill.
Yes, that's
right.
That's why
Mr. Webb, I got it, sir.
But
I got the whole thing.
I said I was expecting her. They were going to serve her at work, and she came home unused. She
He
came
knew that
home
I had-
Just a second. Are you telling me, sir, that she had some sort of an epiphany and she knew that something was going to happen, so she came home from work early?
I don't know.
Well,
But
I don't know either. All I know is that you filed for this protective order and you had no right to do it. You didn't file it because you were in imminent fear of your life. You filed it because you wanted an
That's
opportunity
not
to get
true.
your
I filed
property
it
out of the
'cause she
house.
attacked me.
Exactly.
I filed it because she
Baloney.
attacked me.
That's a
Don't. Baloney. Now, what personal property do you claim he took that's yours? Don't give me a laundry list. I'm not interested.
He took my clothes, shoes, computer, kitchen items.
I'm not interested in kitchen items.
Well,
I'm not interested
mainly
in...
my clothes and my shoes and my computer.
What would he do with your clothes and your shoes?
Ask him that. I mean, he took even my dirty clothes, underwears and bras, and left only one shoe for each pair.
Let's go. Let's go.
No, I did not take. While she was ordered, I did not take her clothes.
What'd you take?
I took my belongings.
No, you didn't.
Listen, Miss Thompson, if you interrupt again, I'm going to dismiss your claim. Do you understand?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I took my belongings, okay? I took all the furniture in the home, which belonged to me, that I purchased.
What about her computer? Did you take a computer?
Yeah, I took the computer, which was our computer.
Okay. Who purchased the computer?
I purchased the
Be
computer.
careful of what you say to me, because you know I go into it. When you say who bought it, who paid for it?
I did.
Show me.
I don't have, she took all the papers.
Show me.
Right
She
here.
took all the receipts and
Can I see
everything.
it?
I had this computer ever since I've been going to school. I graduated in June. From the beginning, I started school because all my classes are online.
That doesn't mean
That
she
just shows
purchased it.
proof.
Well, let me see the bill for it.
That's all they gave me was that printout.
Payment history by rental. Is this a...
I rented it from Rent-A-Center, and I was making payments through Rent-A-Center.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it's our computer.
Oh,
No question. It's our computer. Okay. Now, all right, let's leave that for a minute. Let's go to money owed for daycare expenses.
Right.
When do you say he agreed to pay for half of your son's daycare?
I believe it was like November of '04.
And where were you when he agreed to pay for half?
We were at the house.
Before or after this altercation on the 2nd or 3rd of November?
It was before.
So it had to be November 1st. Mm-hmm. Well, tell me where you were both sitting when you had this discussion that he was going to pay for half of the daycare.
In the living room on the couch.
Okay, and tell me about the conversation.
We just made a verbal agreement that he would pay for half of the child care.
Now, when did you make arrangements to go to family court with regard to support for your son?
After November 10th, after he placed the order against me regarding the restraining order.
All right, this is why, Ms. Thompson, that when you lie, it's a bad thing. Very bad thing. Because I'm going to read to you from your complaint that you swore to. You said, Demetrius and I had a verbal agreement that he would pay for half of our son's daycare until everything was resolved in the family court. Now, on November 1st, when you allegedly had this discussion sitting calmly on the couch in your house, you had no family court appointment. You didn't make a family court appointment until you started out with the criminal court with regard to the protective order.
Right.
Right. So you couldn't have had the discussion with him on November 1st.
He had been...
Baloney.
Oh,
Baloney.
God. Okay.
I don't like when you lie. So, you don't get moving expenses, sir. You moved out? Good for you. You weren't getting along? That's the way it goes. I think that what you did was the wrong thing, even though she lied to me, and I usually don't like that, and I would not reward her. But I think that what you did to her by filing this protective order was nothing more than vicious and vindictive. You could have handled it in a much more civilized way by saying, I'm moving out, and you could have moved out your things very easily while she was at work. And you don't have to have her, mother of your child, in a situation where she has a criminal record, where she's taken into custody, where she's served with a protective order, where she's prevented from going to her own home. You did the wrong thing, and that's going to cost you $2,500. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
This is case number 580 on the calendar in the matter of Otterstetter versus Burke. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
He used to be your boyfriend.
Correct.
And well over a year ago, you claim a loan to him to bail him out of jail and for an attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
After he didn't pay you back for the loan, you decided to move into an apartment with him and signed a lease. You were there for several months. According to you, he assaulted you.
Yes, ma'am.
He was put out of the house. Don't laugh.
I didn't assault her. She assaulted me.
Don't laugh. Anyway, he was put out of the house, and you want him to pay his half of the rent for the entire lease.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Burke says that you put a restraining order on him. He was not permitted to go back to the house, so he's not going to pay for an apartment that he can't live in. And with regard to the bail was a gift because she wanted him out of jail. And the attorney's fees, he really paid for because you deposited all his money into a joint checking account, and he gave you his salary and put it in a joint checking account, so...
Not joint, just hers.
Hers. You gave her money. From your job?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you sign this lease?
Which one?
The one that we are talking about, where you were evicted.
Okay.
And don't be glib with
It was
me.
in,
I don't like it.
September.
September of what
End
year?
of October 2004.
When did you move in?
It was like October 25th. Maybe sooner, like a week earlier.
When did you move in?
I have the lease right here, Your Honor. It's dated 8/26/04.
When were you put out of the apartment?
October 19th.
Did you pay September's rent, your half?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
No, ma'am, it's not.
How did you pay September's rent?
I put all my checks into her account.
For how long?
February all the way up to about September, the end of September.
Yeah.
I also finished the job.
Your Honor, that's a complete lie, and I brought all my bank account statements with me. So if he has dollar amounts and dates, we can look on my bank statements and see if there were checks deposited.
Well,
it would be around the 15th and the 1st of every month.
How much did you give him?
Amounts.
Shh, don't speak to him.
Amounts.
I'm
Well,
going
look
to
on the 15th and the 1st.
2, and then I'm going to say goodbye to both of you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you give her on the 1st and the 15th, sir, when you got a check?
About $400 on the 1st, and then be another $400 on the 15th.
Let me see your bank statement. What's this U.S. Treasury?
I am an employee of the government.
National Guard.
Bed Bath & Beyond payroll.
I was also employed there.
Who did you work for, sir?
Ray Hall Construction. It would be Payroll Plus that the checks were from.
I don't see any of that so far.
They should be in there.
Well, I don't see any.
Not there.
I don't see any
It's
in
not there
here.
because you didn't deposit money in my account.
I did.
Opti Brand?
I worked for them as well, Your Honor. I had 3 jobs.
I mean, I have a whole lot of deposits here, sir, but nothing.
And any of them unknown?
No.
Just
No. $30, $40, nothing. No $400, sir.
any big amounts in June?
Now we're going all the way to June. You said since February. I mean, I'm looking.
Well, yeah, go back to June and see if there's any big amounts, about $1,000.
No, sir, I see a couple of small deposits. Listen to me. $40 or $80.
Well, it's kind of funny because she got a $1,600 check that disappeared now.
Nothing in June.
There's no $1,600
There should be
check.
because
Mr.
our
Burke,
old landlord
Mr.
paid
Burke,
us.
Mr. Burke, I'm talking about your money. And
I know,
we're
and my
talking
money
about,
got
and
put
all we're
into her
talking
account.
about is September. First, we're talking about September. You said you paid it.
September, yes, ma'am. But how am I supposed to prove if I ain't got no papers because they're still at my house where I can't go back to?
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, that's not
why
true
am I-
either.
That is true.
How much is his share of the rent?
It would be $297.50 per month.
And he paid September.
No, ma'am, he did not.
He paid August.
No, ma'am, he did
didn't
not.
pay it all since you moved in.
No, ma'am, not
Is
a
that
dime.
right?
He did
Oh.
pay. I will give him this. He did pay his half of the deposit, which was $250. That's all he paid.
Are you still living there?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I couldn't get out of the lease.
Okay, this is what I've done. He was there until October 19th. He should have paid both September and October's rent. And from that, I have deducted the $250 deposit because the deposit you're going to get back yourself when he leaves. And
Actually, ma'am, I'm probably not going to get that deposit back with all the holes that he put in our walls.
Well,
and I have pictures to prove the holes that he put in our walls. So, no, I'm not going to get that money back.
I didn't
Your
know
Honor.
you
well,
didn't put the holes in the
I don't
wall
know
after I
that.
left.
I don't know that, and I suggest that you get a little putty and putty up the walls. That's $345. You do not get the full amount of the lease.
I'm held responsible for the lease. Why is he not?
No, both of you are.
So why does he not have to pay his half?
Both
It's not
of
my
you
fault.
are.
He thought it was okay to throw
You
me
said it
around.
was okay for me to
and I
move
got a
out.
restraining order.
अच्छा ये जो है ना ये वाली गोल्डन फिश है ठीक है ये 2 फिशेज़ हैं मेरे पास और अक्सर जो है इनका पानी वगैरह चेंज करते रहते हैं इनको खाना शाना भी देते हैं इनका मैं खाना दिखाता हूँ आपको इनका जो खाना है ये देखें ये इनका खाना है ठीक है ये खाना जो है वो इनको हम डेली देते हैं और एक चीज़ हमेशा याद रखनी है कि ये जो बाउल होता है ना बाउल इसके ऊपर वाली जगह पर आपने कुछ भी नहीं रखना कोई इसकी सतह के ऊपर कुछ भी नहीं होना चाहिए क्योंकि ऑक्सीजन ज़रूरी होती है अगर आप इसके ऊपर कुछ रख देते हैं ना तो इनके जो है ना डेथ के चांस जो होते हैं ना वो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाते हैं और उनकी डेथ हो भी जाती है इस वजह से बॉल जो है अगर आपने वो क्या नाम है शीशे के बॉक्स देखे होंगे ठीक है तो वो भी ओपन ही होते हैं ऊपर से उनका भी ये सिस्टम होता है ठीक है और बाकी मैं कोशिश करूँगा मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि और भी फिशेस लाऊँ ठीक है रखूँ और ये जो बाउल है इसकी जगह जो है वो शीशे वाला जो बाउल होता है ठीक है वो रखूँ उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा जो है ना वो प्यारी लगती है इनकी बहुत ज़्यादा लुक निकलती है आपने सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करना है चैनल को ठीक है आपने वीडियो को लाइक भी कर देना ठीक है तो बाकी आप इनकी हरकतें देख लें और ये बहुत अच्छी होती हैं बहुत प्यारी होती हैं घर में अगर बच्चे हैं आपके पास तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा जो है ना आपका दिल लगा के रखेंगी